Hello, I'm the Watcher.
And I'm the Professor. Sorry I'm late.
And this is the intern, soon to be the nurse. And I believe that you had a couple questions from tonight's episode to ask us, as someone who's not very experienced in the ways of the classic era.
You know, I actually am willing to admit this because I've only watched from 9 until the current, and I miss.
Okay,
I think the 10 is pretty delicious. Okay, 10 out of 10.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so I do have several questions about tonight's very particular premiere episode. Well, this was a game changer, really. If I actually didn't understand it, if he's gonna kill him, then all the Daleks are no longer gonna exist, and without the Daleks, what is the Doctor? So does this happen often? Like, universes, game changers?
Yes. God, yes. This is what?
Yes.
The third time under Moffat?
Well, the most noticeable was the wedding of River Song. Yeah, don't forget the Big Bang.
Yes.
And Day of the Moon.
Oh,
and
yes.
Possible Astronaut. Pretty much all of Series 6. We don't know.
I didn't like Series 6.
It was all timey-wimey. It was basically like Moffat threw a whole bunch of ideas into a blender and poured them all out throughout the season and hoped it turned out well. It did it.
Also smoothie, huh?
Time smoothie.
So,
Don't
going back
recommend
to the wedding of River Song, as most of you guys know, the whole premise of that was the whole timeline got mixed up because River Song refused to kill the Doctor. But then at the end of the episode, she does kill the Doctor, but then later on we learn that the Doctor was actually a robot when she killed him. And apparently, by being in a robot, it's able to save the whole time stream. Yeah, I'm not going into that. Okay, let's just avoid that topic.
Basically, though, what happens is the Doctor at the beginning of the episode ran away. He did not want to save Davros. But at the end of the episode, once he saw what Davros was planning to do, he saw him, kill Clara and Missy. Then he started to realize what the hell is going on. So he's going to now go back to that point and now exterminate Davros. That was a really good opening, too.
Yes.
Yeah, I jumped out of the couch. It was fantastic.
Oh, it was.
So any other questions?
Well, I'd also kind of like to mention how he had a voice file of the Doctor chatting to him about how if he was in this moral dilemma, whether he should save this child who was innocent at the time but who would later become inflicted with genocide on his hands, like blood everywhere. Would it be right to save the child, or would it be right to let him die? And I guess at the end of the episode, he decided it was better just to let him die.
Well, yeah, look what he did, right?
But instead of let him die, he decided it was better to kill him, not to let him die.
Oh, to exterminate, yeah, but
Yes.
an entire twist of
I love that end. It's just exterminate.
That is a lot different than letting him die.
Yes.
That is true. That is true. You couldn't just let him die, though. Huh?
No.
If he just stopped himself, wouldn't that be letting him die?
I think what it is like a big moral dilemma.
Yes.
It's like
something that's been going on since what?
Like Hitler.
The first Doctor?
How about Hitler? If you go to a real world, would you go,
Don't remind me of that episode.
Oh, I remind you of Let's Kill Hitler.
Yes, don't remind me of Let's Kill Hitler.
Okay, no more Series 6 related stuff.
Okay. Next question.
No more Series 6.
With the Master Missy mix-up, I kind of get like...
Mess. It's the Mass Missy.
I'm really confused by her character. It's... or his. So she's trying to save the Doctor at the beginning of this episode. And would the Master have done that? Is it just because he's a she now that dynamic changed? Or has he always had a Missy inside of him? Is this normal?
Oh, you ask the hard questions.
Dude.
I think it's more or less like, it's more like the Master or Missy, doesn't want to harm humans. She just wants to get their attention.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she's doing.
But she's asking about the Doctor, not about the humans.
And she froze it. She just wants to get it. She just wants to know where her friend is.
Yes, but in the previous incarnations, that is definitely not the case. She would have tried to kill the Doctor multiple times, and has on multiple occasions.
Oh, yeah.
Never once stopping to try to save the Master or the Doctor, except on like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yes.
Where they were both mutually stuck.
But you can definitely tell that they're trying to be friends.
Yes. And don't forget the part where the Doctor sent the last will and testament to Missy.
Yes. And look at Missy last season at the finale Darkwater when she kissed him.
Oh God, don't remind me of that.
Fine.
Okay, let's get off this topic.
Yes, continue.
Fine.
I didn't mean
Keep
that image in my head.
continuing.
Ugh, the mystery.
Just thinking, I can actually visualize it now. Ugh. Especially because we saw it in 3D. Ugh. Go on.
Okay.
And theater.
So, hey, Scarro.
Yes.
That's correct pronunciation.
Scarro, yes.
And everything else is the same as before. This is apparently something a really big reference to classic.
Pretty much.
Well, let's just say Scarro
big.
has been a main and prevailing theme throughout all of the classic Doctor Who, and was only got rid of
During the new series.
Yes.
It was like, so this was like the first episode that really acknowledged the past.
Yes.
And if you remember the very first Dalek story, which was in 1963, the Daleks, basically, they went to Scarlet City. So this is where this story picks up, is kind of during that war, which you just saw in the Genesis of the Daleks.
We're still not sure where this Scarro falls in the time stream. Is it the one from the Time War?
We don't
Which
know.
it should be the one from the Time War,
I don't
because
know.
Scarro itself is locked inside of the Time War. So following all of that progression, it has to be that Scarro escaped from the Time War, because all points of Scarro was in the Time War.
The biggest question is, they use that kind of Davros. The more modern version of Davros. So it still does raise a few questions.
Yes.
I hope the Witches Familiar does answer them. If it doesn't, we'll hunt down Moffat in another video.
Yes.
We'll call it We Hate Moffat 2.0. We'll just save that
Wait
for a
for
later
it.
date.
Wait for it.
Yep, wait. Just wait.
So does that explain at least a little bit of what you were...
A little bit. I was trying to get exactly because you guys were so excited, and I kind of want to join in
Well,
that
it's-
excitement.
It's like, Furbies. You like Did you like Furbies as a child?
They're very strange, but they're lovable. I don't know.
So,
what the
you know how you went through childhood and you saw Furbies, right?
links.
Or let's go to Beanie Babies. You loved Beanie Babies as a child. Just go there, please.
Just go.
I feel like
And then
Okay, I did.
for a while, Beanie Babies were gone. You could not find them anywhere.
Bye!
Then one day you walk in the store and there they are, the Beanie Babies. Wouldn't you get excited about that?
There would be, yeah. There would. I would remember that childhood feeling of being excited about Beanie Babies. I'm like, oh, Beanie Babies!
That is the
This is
feeling that we
basically-
had with
This is basically
Scarro.
when we see Scarro, we're like, oh!
Oh my god, it's
Oh my
back.
god, it's back! That's how it
That's
was.
what it was.
And that pretty much sums up the entire episode, where it bridges the classic and the new.
New.
Well, like, it seems like Beanie Babies are such, like, a positive, like, little reference, but Scarro sounds like something that, like, really, something that hurt and,
But as
okay.
you...
Imagine Soviet Russia.
oh, okay.
If you imagine that, Soviet was gone, maybe they'll never come back, but maybe someday they will. Is that a good, more negative?
Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
next.
Any last question, one more question.
Rushing to the next one.
Just one more.
Clara being killed. I wrote this down particularly. If he did keep along that timeline and didn't exterminate,
That's still a question that I don't know, because Clara
No.
is in every single promotion. She is going to be in the full series.
So that means
something
that something is going to have to change in the timeline, which means that it is quite feasible that the Doctor does kill the young Davros. But that changes all of Doctor Who. So I'm quite curious to see how Moffat is going to play this
This
out.
could get weird.
God, let's not have another season 6. Please, no more season 6.
Alright, it's alright.
So, do you have any other questions?
No. We got time for maybe one more.
maybe one more. Okay.
Maybe.
Just to explain a few more of those references, so I can kind of get a full picture of this. In the beginning, there was just so many aliens passing by as that little CGI Snake Man. It was awesome. He was amazing.
Yes, it was.
One of the better, I think,
Yes.
in my new opinion.
CGI has gotten a lot better.
Probably a lot more expensive though, truthfully.
Yes. But it was pretty fantastic. Go on.
There we go. Anyways, so who was that women in red kind of cultish group that
the
Doctor?
Karn.
Ah, yes.
Are they friendly? Are they faux? Like the Doctor?
They are friendly. They've been
I think.
around. They've been around since the Tom Baker era.
But really, they haven't really been around. They showed up with Tom Baker, they showed up with Paul McGann, and now they showed up
With Capaldi.
Capaldi. That's it. They've
So-
had 3 appearances throughout
yeah.
all of Doctor Who.
So it's not like we can go into full depth. They're just there
On occasion.
on occasion.
But, going back to Paul McGann, they are the ones who made the 8th Doctor regenerate into the War Doctor. So they did play an important role there,
Yes.
and I'm hoping that because he was with the Karn, that they will explain that a lot more in more detail now.
I would like to see if they bring the Karn back. That's
yes.
all I can say. Well, yeah.
So they're kind of Captain plot devices, really.
Yes.
That's kind of their purpose.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we hope that does help. To the best of our whovian knowledge.
Thank
It was
you.
still on you.
I'm kind of hoping I get to do this again. It was really, it kind of helped me round out the episode.
Oh, we hope that.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, actually I did.
How would you rate it?
I was giving it like 10 million out of 10. I already used my Allen Z out of 10. That was my gold. I gave it a golden star out of a constellation.
Well,
How
A
would you rate it?
constellation out of golden star.
oh, I rate it 10 plus.
Yes,
There can
definitely.
be no. Actually, it shouldn't even get it. It should get the highest rating ever.
It is, in my opinion, the best episode of all of New Who.
Yes, that I can agree with because it felt like a classic episode mixed with a new series element,
It finally brought the two together.
which is good.
But I think that's all we got time for today.
Yeah, I guess.
So this is the TARDIS Seekers signing off.